Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today I did a Selena Gomez inspired look. This is what I came up with. And what I really admire about her look is that I like the fact that she didn't go nude on any part of the look. Like, the eyes are, I wouldn't say super dramatic, but they're definitely darker than usual. The cheeks are also pink and the lips are pink. So there's really no minimizing one feature, and I don't tend to see that as much these days. So I really enjoyed this look and I hope you guys enjoy watching it. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Make sure that you start this look with priming. I can't even stress that enough. Priming is probably the most important part of this look because it's the dewy look. So if you have oily skin, the only thing that's going to keep that oil away is a good primer. Make sure you rub that in, let that set. Then if you've got hyperpigmentation, go ahead and use something like I did for it, the Makeup Forever Pink Camouflage Cream. After that, I'm going to go ahead and do my face first. I'm mixing two foundations by Makeup Forever HD, colors 120 and 173. So that is my mixed color that I came up with. I'm using MAC's 130 brush to go ahead and buff that into my skin. I know it's a stippling brush. Before you guys start yelling at me saying that you're not stippling it, I get that, but this is just for me what works the best. So you guys make sure you use a good brush that is really going to push this foundation into your skin because Selena always has this perfect, flawless face, very dewy and pretty, so you need a good foundation brush. Make sure you also put that all over your eyelids. We're going to use that as a primer, and that also helps if you have some discoloration on your eyelids, like a lot of people do. I know I definitely do, so that is my first step, because if you want your eyeshadow to look like it's real color, then you need it to go on top of, you know, a flawless base, and that would be your full skin color. Then, if you suffer with really dry eyes, a really good choice is to put on an under eye cream. I'm using Ginseng by Origins, and I am just going to put that on under my eyes, not so much to help with bags, because I don't think that it actually helps with that. I'm just putting it on because it really helps a concealer stay on all day, so that's why I did that. Then you want a really light, bright, creamy concealer. I picked the Eve Pearl Salmon Concealer. It is one of the creamiest concealers I've ever used, and I love it. So I'm using that in the color Tan under my eyes, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush. It almost looks like a 217, so whatever method you like best to put on under eye concealer and really make it stay and make it look bright and flawlessly blended, just go ahead and do that. I also like MAC's 190 brush. That's also a great choice. Or you can use your ring finger or however else you like to buff your concealer into your under eye area. But you want to make sure that it is definitely a good 2 shades lighter than your real skin color. Then we're going to go ahead and take a big powder puff or whatever method you choose to put on powder, and you're going to go ahead and powder your eyelids. This is so that the foundation under it really sticks and stays on because we're using that as a primer for our eyeshadows. We're also going to go ahead and powder the nose, and then I'm going to be taking a large powder brush like that one, and I'm going to powder the regions right by my nose, but I'm really not going onto my cheeks just yet. Then pull out any 2 powders that you have that are much lighter than your skin color. I'm using Graftobian's HD foundation palette, and I've used the colors Soft Ivory and Buttercream, and I'm just powdering my under eye area with that also. It just helps to bring out the lighter, brighter parts of your under eye because you've used a lighter concealer, and now we're also powdering with lighter color, so it helps to maximize the effect of brightening your eyes really well. Then we're going to go in with MAC's Smut eyeshadow and just a regular shader brush. You're going to go ahead and put that on all over your eyelids. After that, we're going in with MAC's Arctic Gray color. It's a silver color that I think has been discontinued. The idea of this is just to put this on top of Smut so you can kind of see a little bit of that, that blackish color from underneath, but it also has like a silver sheen on it. And then we're also using that to put into our inner tear duct area to brighten that up a little bit, but you also want it to still look kind of dark. And then use whatever favorite highlight color you have. I'm using one by Inglot. It's called AMC color 252, and it's just like a matte highlight color that I really like. So I'm putting that on my brow bone to highlight, and I'm going to drag that down to meet and to marry into the darker colors that we've got onto the eyelid. You're going to take that same color now, and you're also going to put that into your inner tear duct area. But what we're going to do is you're going to kind of pull it down onto your under eye area. This is an added idea and way to make your under eye area look really light and bright, because as you can see, it's right by your nose. It's usually where the camera will reflect, and it'll make you look really light and bright. So, I mean, the lighter you are, you can add more. The darker you are, go with the color that, is not going to make you look pasty. Then we're going in with rice paper eyeshadow, also by MAC, and we're adding that onto the other color that we already used by Inglot. So this is just even more of a brightening effect. Keep in mind your skin color, because you don't want to use something that's not going to look good on your skin. Now we're going back in with Smut, that darker color that we first used, to line your under eye area. And then just use your favorite black eyeliner to line your top lash line. There's really no method to the eyeliner on top. I didn't even really wing it out. I just kind of drew a semi-thin line, I guess. You don't want to draw something too fat, because Selena's eyes are very thin shaped. So to accentuate that, you can't have thick eyeliner. Make sure you also line your bottom lash line with black eyeliner. But what we're doing here is that we're kind of lining it thicker on the outside and really nothing on the inside. You want it to stop halfway through. Then we're going back into Smut eyeshadow, and we are going to kind of wing out some of this eyeshadow. You want it to be darker in your crease, and we're going to kind of wing it out towards the eyebrow so that you can see the color even if your eyes are open, especially for a hooded eye shape. Then grab your favorite bronzer that does not have shimmer. So I'm using Mally Beauty's Believable Bronzer in the color Tanning. It comes in that trio, and you're going to bronze the top of your hairline, your temples, your jawbone, all of that stuff. I noticed on Selena's picture that was in the beginning of this video that she has some heavy contouring and bronzing, especially on her jawline and cheekbones. That was really big. And I'm not sure they use an all-over bronzer. Obviously, you have to, work with what you're given, so I didn't want to all-over bronze my skin because I'm already dark. But if you're lighter, you can definitely bronze all over and then accentuate your cheekbones a little bit more. So right near, the end of your ear up top, the corners of your jawbone is where she really accentuated that. Then you're going to take a bright pink blush. Now, I think the only way this look is created is if you use a cream blush. So I'm using MAC's Posy. It is a cream blush. It's very bright, almost like clown pink, but it looks really good on if you do it the right way. You want to put this cream blush on right on the apples of your cheeks, because Selena does bring her blush onto the apples of the cheeks. She doesn't just do the back area. So I'm taking my middle finger, I'm dabbing it on, not really paying attention to how thick or how light of a coverage I want. Then you're going to use a synthetic brush. Make sure you use a synthetic brush. And you are going to just start blending it into your skin. That's why we didn't powder, because if you powder, good luck trying to get a cream on top of that to stay, because it will displace your foundation under, and that's kind of defeating the purpose. So you want to have bright pink cheeks. It doesn't look crazy, I promise. You'll see it'll tone down as time goes on. Grab an amazing highlighter that you love. I'm using AMC by Inglot again, color 66. It's a gorgeous bronze highlighter. And I'm using that just on my cheekbones. I'm using a stippling brush that it picks up very little of the product. With the highlighter, it's very easy to go wrong if you use too much, so that's why I use a stippling brush. You're going to put that just on your cheekbones, and I also like to drag it a little bit onto my temple so that it looks like it's blending and that it's not just, popping out from your skin. Then, over here, I use MAC's Lip Erase on my lips first to kind of take out some of that pigmentation. You can use your foundation, you can use a concealer, or, whatever it is that you want to kind of mute out the real color of your lips. And I'm using Bettina's Velvet Matte Lip Pencil by NARS, because Selena's lips are very matte in this look. So you want something that is going to be either a matte lipstick or a matte, something that's going to work. So that's what I chose. Then I'm using MAC's Kissable Lip Color in the color Flaunting It on top of that. But I only put it in the center because I didn't want it to get too bright. But I just wanted to become a little bit of a darker color. After that, make sure you get amazingly thick, beautiful brows. Selena's brows are gorgeous. I love them. So I'm using Smashbox's Brow Tech to Go. It is in the color, I think it's called Brown. and I'm just lining in my brows. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, post below and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Bye!